Bishop? Okay, he's looking in the right place. Thank you. It's on behalf of, I think we'll give Shaheen a little chance later, but thanks so much for coming. But I'm taking the floor right now. It's great to be here at this great to celebrate this great transition from a highly successful legal career to something different, yet to be determined. I want to thank co-conspirator Arlene, who in putting this together, and very much to Gwen, who was our leader and organizer, and really, put this all together, and of course opened up her home for us all. Now, most of you know, and you can see right now, that this isn't the I don't really look for opportunities to get in front of. I think you know that. So on this occasion, I'm going to offer something that's just not just trying to string sentences together to make some prose words, and instead I'm going to go for some poetry. With a little help from my pal.
Go big, go big.
William Shakespeare.
Who else?
Oh, for a muse of fire would ascend the brightest heaven of invention. A law office for a stage, attorneys to act, and partners to behold the change in scene. Then should the blazing Shaheen, like yourself, assume the role of Antiope, and at her heels, leashed in like hounds, should briefings, dispositions, and hearings beg her hopelessly for attention. But pardon, gentle soul, this flat, unraised spirit that hath dared in this most gracious Brooklyn home to sing of this epical metamorphosis. Yet can even this brownstone hold the lofty towers of Midtown? Or may we cram within this spacious room the very actions of class that once enlivened the air at the plaintiff's bar?
That was a dactyl.
There are a few of those yet to come. Oh, pardon, since a single papier may attest in little place a million, and let us, ciphers to this great account, on your imaginary forces work. Suppose within the girdle of these walls is now confined a great forked pathway. Here for a worn-down damsel, a clogged artery of deathless similitude. Here for a rejuvenated lassie, a pristine way to unknown yet mighty puissance. Piece out our imperfections with your thoughts. Fill salubrious contacts into her lately vacated ledger. Help to make Shaheen's fresh deeds glisten on goods domain. For 'tis your thoughts 'twill aid and guide Our Lady, carrying her here and there, jumping into courses, causes, turning from the legal accomplishments of many years toward incandescent pulsations of spirit. For the which supply, admit me husband to accompany in this brave new world, who prologue like your humble patience pray, gently to watch, kindly to judge her newfound
Oh my
way.
God, Judge!
somebody under my breath. I have to make something out of my retirement. But I'm not rushing. I am still in my spaced out phase.
Yay for spacing out.
That's right. Walking the neighborhoods of Brooklyn is fun. And next week, Manhattan. Thank you for being here. Thank you.
I know,
Dad, I don't understand how you let me come here, and I said, I think I'm gonna wing a speech, and you're like, okay.
And he said, so am I. I'm gonna win one too, son.
Maybe you can do yours out of this.
Nadine, the rest of us are going to wait for dessert so she forgets his performance.
Alright, so, I mean, what I have to say is that all my life, my mom has been talking about retiring. Since I was, you know, before, yeah, exactly. All of Arif's life and before she was talking about this, but I actually, for a while, I didn't think she was gonna ever do it, and you know, my mom has always kind of been a role model for me in a lot of ways, and I always admired the fact that she could consciously determine that what she was doing now, despite the fact that she was very successful, wasn't exactly what she wanted to be doing with her life, and that success wasn't actually everything. And I think that the fact that she's actually been able to do it and make this big leap has, you know, made her even more of a role model for me. So that's all I have to say.
I have something from.
By the way, Jeremy, it's clear that you don't like
This is, but Arif wrote something as well. That he has me read. Dearest mother, only after you made the decision to, quote, retire, do I realize how much courage it must have required of you. Not only did you work incredibly hard these past 20-something years, harder, I think, than anyone I can think of who has worked on anything, but you also must have worked even harder to have gotten to where you were. This is motivation in the highest order, and yet this is the choice you needed to make. Despite all the hard work, you knew that your overall happiness depended on this decision. Now you can literally do whatever you want. Walk around New York, spend more time reading, cooking, vegging, anything. Revel in your accomplishments. This might be your greatest feat yet. We have been all waiting for this moment. NYU, here she comes.
Okay, so what I would propose is that because some of us need a break between Jeremy and Jeremy. And so why don't we all have dinner? Nadim can go do what he needs to do, and then before dessert, the rest of us will do our little mild, unscripted things.
We're going to be rushing to conclude.
So everybody help themselves, please.